Going to cross live to Madrid, where Boris Johnson, the UK Prime Minister, is addressing the media. Take a listen.
On the second point, yes, I can't tell you how much I'm looking forward to get. Not that it's been wonderful being here in Madrid, as you want. As indeed, I enjoyed being in Kigali and Germany. But there's no place like home. So I'm keen to get back. On your point about where we're trying to, what's the goal? We can't be more Ukrainian than the Ukrainians. Everybody understands that. It's for Volodymyr Zelensky, his people to decide what they want to do. Whether they want to cut a deal with Russia to make some kind of peace, of course, that's entirely a matter for them. Though I noticed that after the attack on the shopping centre, I think I saw a poll saying that 89% of Ukrainians would under no circumstances contemplate a land for peace deal. So, I can see the difficulties in Ukraine. Our job is simply to vindicate the principle, to stand up for the principle of the right of the Ukrainians to protect themselves. That's what we're doing. That's what everybody in the alliance is doing. And we want to give them the means to repel the Russians, to expel the Russians from the territory that they have occupied, because that is the right thing under international law. And as everybody has said, we want at the very least to put Zelensky in the best possible position he could be in if and when he decides that there is anything to talk about. But at the moment, let's be absolutely clear, there doesn't seem to be anything to talk about, because it's not only that the Ukrainian people would find it very difficult to do a deal. Putin isn't even offering a deal. He isn't even offering a deal. I mean, under those circumstances, it is only logical and right to continue to support Ukraine in the way that we are, and indeed to continue to intensify that military support. Because I think that they do have the potential to turn this round. We've seen what Ukraine can do to drive the Russians back. We've seen what they did around Kiev, around Kharkiv, now on Snake Island. I think the right thing for us is to keep going on the course that NATO has set out, no matter how difficult it may be. And that's what this summit has certainly agreed. Romilly Weeks of ITV.
One, two. I'll shout too. Prime Minister, the American assessment is that the war in Ukraine could grind on for an extended period of time. Do you really think you've won the argument amongst fellow leaders to support Ukraine to the bitter end? And do you think you can sustain an appetite for that back home?
So, Romilly, I think it's a...
And that was Boris Johnson, the British Prime Minister, taking questions from reporters on the sidelines of the NATO Summit in Madrid. That's after the UK had earlier on announced a new military support package, £1 billion. That's about $1.2 billion for the Ukrainian armed forces.